Spurs finished fifth. I think if you would have spoke to most Spurs fans before the season, you said fifth, they'll go, that's a great season. New manager, Harry Kane's gone, new players have come in, fifth's good. How do you and the rest of Spurs players view fifth?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, fifth. We wanted to be in the Champions League, I think. That was my feeling. But in the bigger picture, new manager, kind of a little bit of a revamp of the squad, losing the club's greatest ever player. I think if you had offered, well, in the pre-season predictions, you had all the experts and all people like Benty and you lot in the media predicting Spurs would be a lot lower than fifth. So there's that, but also Spurs is still a huge club and we should be in the Champions League. So it's like a little bit of a balancing act in how I feel about it, but there's definitely progress in terms of how we play and with the manager, 100%. I can feel that's there. And now we've got to have a good summer window and try and do better next year and really challenge. Yeah.
As is Benty mentioned in Van der Ven, who's been exceptional. When did you realise that you had a player? Was it the first day you saw him in training? Was it maybe a couple of games in? Because his pace and his defence is brilliant, but his pace is exceptional.
Yeah, he's rapid. Wow, he's absolutely rapid. He's I actually said to him as well when he came in, like, not straight away obviously, but after a little bit, I said, when I realised how good he was and how fast, I said, you know, I'd never heard of you. Like,
what, you personally?
No, I'd never heard of Mickey van der Ven.
Oh, you said that to him.
I said that to Mickey, yeah. I would never say that at the start, obviously, but once I realised he was a top player, I couldn't believe we had signed this centre-back that I was seeing, because I was thinking, well, right then, what's his weakness? Because he's good on the ball, he's good in the air, he's tall, he's strong, and he's rapid. And I'm thinking, where's the weakness then? And to be fair, I'm still looking.
Yeah, there isn't one.
But I kind of love him and I want to as well, because he's a top player and he's a great lad as well. And being a good person and a great lad in the changes just makes you appreciate him as a player even more. And he's a top lad. And he's been a fantastic signing for us. Very disappointing that he had a big injury midway through the season, because I think you would have been talking about someone who's probably in Team of the Year. But listen, he's back fit now and he looks really good, and I'm sure he'll be an asset to Holland this summer. Yeah.
I have to ask you about the Man City game.
I'm so glad you asked that, because that was coming.
The end of the season. What were you all talking about it as Spurs players in the dressing room, thinking that if we beat Man City effectively, we could hand Arsenal the title? Was that even? It must have been a conversation, right?
There was enough of you lot in the media talking about it, though. We didn't need to. We all understood.
But you were aware of it.
Well, of course we were aware of it. Yeah, because it's the business end of the season. But what do you want to happen? We're professionals. Did you watch the game?
I did watch the game.
You played well. You played really
well. Son scores that goal. It's a totally different story, right?
Exactly, yeah. It was a brilliant save from Ortega, actually. And he made two. He made another one from Kulusevski, which went under the radar because of the Son save. But we applied ourselves brilliantly in that game. And listen, we lost the game to the champion, the four-time champions. That can happen.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think it was ever a question whether or not you would perform at the highest of your ability. I think the debate was whether or not Spurs fans should or shouldn't be wanting their team to win.
Yeah,
that was the debate.
No, I get that, but we can't get involved in that, can we?
No.
What do you want me to do? Sit outside and take a poll of what they want? Like, we had game to game, and the Man City game I think was a midweek game. So we had played at the weekend, we had a midweek, and then we had another game at the weekend. So all the build-up that you lot do, we probably don't take as much notice as you think, or don't fully understand the fans' feeling. Listen, I'm not a Tottenham fan, so deep down in my heart, I don't have the hatred for Arsenal that the Tottenham fans have. But on the same page, I completely understand, because,
of course,
like, I'm a Coventry fan, like, because that's where, like, watching Coventry in the FA go deep in the FA Cup, that's how I feel when I support a team, and that's how I know with the rivals and stuff. So I completely get it, but it kind of doesn't. I'm not sure. It's not really a thing when you're a professional and you're a player, because you just go and play the game normally and kind of just ignore the outside noise.
Was the atmosphere a bit strange in there, though? Because it was coming through the TV that the atmosphere wasn't as listen, I've been there at Spurs when it was the old White Hart Lane, but when that place is rocking in a night game, it rocks. Was it a bit odd in there?
It wasn't. It's most electric, I wouldn't say.
But I get it. I wouldn't know what side of the
But what I would say is there was a lot of talk about Tottenham fans not wanting us to win the game. But within the stadium, as the game went on and we were playing better and better and creating chances, I felt Tottenham fans wanting their team to win regardless of the outcome. That's what I felt.